here's what we get ready to do. I'm going to take a little break here. We have a comedian that's going to come and talk to us about the family tonight. Some of you know him. He's part of our ministry and part of our church. A good family man. I wouldn't have invited him if he wasn't a good family man. Some of you know him by the name Eric Stevenson, and some of you know him by EVapors. Come on, y'all. Let's receive him tonight.
Thank you, Pastor. And as a fellow internet pastor, I appreciate you giving me an opportunity to speak to your body of people. Thank y'all. Thank you. Give your pastor a hand. When Pastor asked me initially, I was like, why would he ask me to come and talk about the family? I said, okay. I figured everybody else that he asked must have canceled, said no, too busy, or was at another church doing something else. So I said, okay, well, I do it and whatnot. But this furniture is real nice. It reminds me of some Rent-A-Center furniture we had at our first apartment. But it didn't stay around long at our first apartment. Because Rent-A-Center come get it, right? I'm just saying, I know y'all had money. Y'all grew up in Beverly Hills and all these nice neighborhoods. But I grew up in Durham in the hood. And, we may have had one or two nightstands or pieces picked up by the Rent-A-Center van. But hey, that was my family. That's the family I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? I remember my mom used to be like, hey, the Rent-A-Center man out there, y'all sit down and be quiet. So I'm thinking like, why would I sit down on the furniture that they about to come pick up? That's my family, though. That's my mama. I can't trade her in. That's the only one I got. I thought our house was a church because we needed a miracle every week. There was the let there be light bill miracle. Keep the lights on in the house. And there was the fishes and the loaves of bread. We needed food in the house because we stayed on eating. We had food stamps and was still hungry. I can't figure that out. We had food stamps, and we still hungry, and we need a miracle every week. I think the only thing we had in our house was a pitcher of water in the refrigerator and a bottle of olive oil for prayer. I done had more oil crosses on my forehead than a Catholic priest working at Jiffy Lube. Kept an oil cross on my forehead. I think I used to go to school with oil crosses on my head, and other kids was like, wow, you Catholic or something? Like, I don't know what I am at this point. I know we poor. That's what I am. I'm poor, I'm hungry, school lunch, I'm here. We had breakfast at our school too. I'm showing her, hey, I'm here. I remember my mama got mad when we went on reduced lunch. How they gonna make us pay partly? I said, Mama, it's reduced lunch. It ain't right. Ain't nothing but the devil. It's like everything the devil, or maybe you making more money now and we got reduced lunch. That's my family. Now, things got better. Years later, my mom got married and to my stepdad, and he was a preacher. So that put me in the illustrious category of being a PK, a preacher's kid. Any preacher's kids out here? All right, y'all still going to church, good. And it's really true what they say about all preacher's kids. We're holy, we're pure, we're white as the driven snow. We're cleaner than Roosevelt was in 1978. All that's true. And it was a good experience being a preacher's kid outside of them arguing on the way to church and then singing praise and worship and preaching and getting a divorce. But outside of that, I turned out just fine. I'm not scarred at all. Didn't bother me one bit. Oh, man, didn't bother me one bit. But those were some good years, though. Well, I'm still a PK. I still represent my dad and everything. Life was great. But all those experiences, they kind of, form your idea of what family's supposed to be like and how you're supposed to be in a relationship and whatnot. So, years later, I get married to the lovely Quan. Give it up for Quan. So that adds a new dynamic and everything. I definitely learned what not to do from growing up. I definitely knew I wanted to have a refrigerator with food in it. Even though Quan doesn't cook, but we still got food. It's piled up, it's coming out the door. Because ain't nobody cooking, so you open the door, he's like, hey, we got hot dogs, can you boil them? Do something. But hey, it's cool though. But I'm sorry. But that opens up the dynamic of the mother-in-law. So, you know, my mother-in-law is cool. She's a good woman and everything, but I don't think she liked me. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know if Quan knows this. I don't think she liked me too much. I'm a very likable person, as you probably already can tell. So I don't know why she don't like me. I mean, you know, she said, well, ain't he in the military? Don't he got LSG, PTSD? He ain't beating on you, is he? And, you know, she say this kind of stuff like, you know, I'm not in the room. You know, I'm like, okay. How you doing, Miss Johnson? All right. Calm down now. I'm from Durham. Calm down. You know. So, I remember my wife telling me one time that the Lord had told her that we should move her mama into the man room at our house. That's kind of what I said. So, you know, at a crisis time, you got to know who you can talk to, you know, where your strength comes from in a situation like this right here. So, you know, I said, Satan, I know it's you. I know it's you. Because you a slick joker. I know it's you. And I still got some of that oil my mama put on my forehead. And I'm buying all this up right now in my mama name. Because she makes stuff happen. She a real Christian. So, you know, I was like, okay, well, you know, I consider that. So, you know, she comes down, you know, this way and everything. And, you know, I think she was sitting on the couch one day. And, you know, I'm just in there. You know, my wife comes home and they're sitting there and whatnot. And, you know, they watch the news and everything. And she was like, you know, I seen that boy on the news, Ray Rice. He ain't beating on you, is he? I said, okay. No, Miss Johnson, I'm not beating on your daughter. Everything's fine. So, you know, she like to just, like I said, sit at home, watch the news. I guess she can eat up all the food that Quan's not cooking. You know, go in there and just eat it raw. You know, just do what you got to do. So, you know, I think she was watching the news again recently. And, you know, we have a child, you know, a 10-month-old, my daughter, Madison. Give it up for Madison. So, my mother-in-law was watching the news, and she was like, I seen that boy, Adrian Peterson. Madison, he ain't beating you, is he? I said, Lord, 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 help me. Set me an appointment over at the 5th floor, over at the VA, so I can get somebody to talk to me. But to wrap things up, you know, it didn't really work out for her to, you know, to stay with us and everything. So we came to the decision to, you know, put her in an adult home. You know, it was a tough decision. Took a lot of hand wrenching and, you know, fasting and prayer. And we come to the Lord told me that we should put her in a home. In a nice one, you know, in a real nice one. Not a nasty one where they mean and where they got mean orderlies, but a real nice one. You know, so, you know, we put her in there, you know. So, you know, one Sunday, you know, after church, say, you know, we might want to go by and, you know, visit your mama, make sure, you know, she's alive and everything. So, you know, we go by there, you know, Quan's all, you know, oh, hey. So they spending time and everything. You know, I'm just standing there getting mean mugged and everything because she's like looking at me like, I know it was you. I know it was you. It was me. But I'm not smiling. You know, I'm being the good Christian, and I'm saying, you know, God bless you, Miss Johnson. You know, everything's going to be all right. You know, everything's going to be fine. So as we're leaving, my wife, you know, she gives a little kiss and go on the door. So I'm preparing to, you know, give her a holy kiss on the cheek. You know, I'm getting prayed up. So, you know, my wife is going out the door. I lean in on her. I say, them orderlies, they ain't beating on you, is they? You mess with the wrong joker. Hey, that's it, man.